SHADO HQ. You know, when I posted this Weatherloop of the Juno mission on the south pole of Jupiter on this anomaly, large anomaly, I call it an energy weapon. It could be a geoforming or terraforming type device also. What do I know? But it's obviously a technological piece. It's firing two large energy blasts over Jupiter, cloud, surface, whatever you want to call it. You can see them as they vaporize in the atmosphere, and as they go near the ground, they vaporize mud, and they're actually blasting off, it looks like some sediment or something. I'm just going to leave it at normal speed. This is how NASA ran the loop, and this is at normal speed on the Weatherloop. So you can see this thing in the 2 o'clock position, firing this energy weapon. I'm going to back it up again, and here it's firing one, and then it's firing another one, boom, there's another one, then another one, boom. And I'm thinking, as I first saw it, maybe it was lightning or something cool like that. I'm all for natural explanations, and you know, not everything has to be a strange anomaly. Anomalies can be explained. This one is not. This, as we zoom in over here, you can see this weird fleshy thing with a orb next to it. These orbs, this is a round orb. It ain't no cloud. It's some kind of an energy, a capacitor. It gathers energy and then dispels the energy. It glows really brightly as the gun fires. It dispels the energy. Now let's watch the loop here. You can see the gun firing. And so let's watch and see as this energy weapon moves along the surface and pounds these things, okay? Start at the beginning of the loop. Here's the first shot. You can see it's kind of misty, cloud. You can't see it. Now, as it hits it, boom, you'll see it light up. Wow, it becomes visible. Let's look for a split second. Let's back it up. There's the object. It has these mandibles you can see on the front like a pincer, and then it has a midsection and a tail, and it looks like it's dug into the surface or the clouds, or I don't know. It's gas giant. Who knows what the hell they're telling us about this thing? But they're running the whole show. These guys, super advanced level 2 civilization, high technology, planetary terraforming, interstellar travel. You know, God knows what they're capable of. But let's go through the loop slow. I'm going to slow it down. The turret's firing. Boom. As it goes on the ground, watch slowly, guys. And you can do this at home. You can speed it up, slow it down, and look slowly. Bam. And there it is, clearing it off again. Then another strike. Bam. And there it is, another one, bam. So I only see 3 pulses out of it in this loop. But you can see whatever it is, it blasts the side of this, I say blasts the mountainside off and exposes this large machine and then a small orb next to it. Another power orb, I don't know what. But, okay, so they're at normal speed. So they're, you know, that's speeded up, of course. I don't know what normal speed would be since this is a weather loop from the Juno mission. And there it is blasting away, whatever this thing is. Bam, the little object on the right seems to be like an orb of some kind, and then blam. This is fascinating. I mean, guys, this should be on the national news tonight. This is NASA's own little weather loop. I don't know if they pulled it down because people start seeing anomalies in it, but there are other weird structures down there in the clouds everywhere, just bizarre. And so as this thing's firing, let's move back to, there's the turret. I'll try to get them both in the picture if I can, so you can see the completed turret. It's firing. Boom, 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 boom. Interesting. And anomalous as hell. That is not natural. Another piece of technology. No answers from NASA, of course. All our money goes to these assholes in the government that freaking lie and lie and lie. You know, there's nothing out there. I mean, we're not alone. Oh my God. Looking for microbes on Mars. I don't know. There's a large energy cannon like the freaking Death Star cannon on Jupiter's South Pole, according to your weather loop. Look at this thing. Is it a projectile? Is it just energy? I don't know. But this orb that is to the 11 o'clock position of this thing glows brighter and brighter. Then it fires. And I'm going to show you that again. Here it is at the beginning of the loop. You can see it's already firing one shot. Then this orb that's to the 2 o'clock position of the turret, where you see the 2 energy bolts come out of. Boom, here. It's really bright. The orb is next to it. It looks like it maybe discharges energy to the weapon, and then the weapon fires. And look at that orb. I'm going to back up. It's spinning like a little galaxy in there or something. It's a power source. You see these all over the solar system on various moons and all. Cloud. My ass, it's a cloud. Look at it. You people use your eyes. It's a round object, an orb. And here it is. Watch it. Look at it. It's getting glower. It's going to go brighter, 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 brighter. And then bam! As soon as it gets dim, the thing discharges. And the thing fires away at its target, whatever that is, whatever it's supposed to do. Now, I'll try to get away from here again so you can see the whole loop. of it striking. The turret is striking this other structure, whether it's doing it on purpose or it's fighting them or digging them out of the mud, so to speak. Guys, we just need a lot of explanation here. And maybe they're just putting this in front of us to see what we really will find or not. Fantastic. Look at that. I call it the Juno cannon. And you can see both. I'm reversing it now. As you can see the blast trace back to the turret and where they come from. Look at it. It's so odd. Think of it as a battleship turret of these people, these super advanced aliens. Are they us? Look, extraterrestrial, extra temporal, extra dimensional. I don't know, but they have obviously a command of technologies way beyond ours. Okay, normal speed as they played it. Boom, boom, boom. And look closely at your home. You can go look on the ground. You see just this huge pile of mud or whatever it is, earth, cloud substance, fire up as this thing fires near the ground. I don't know if I can get it too close here. I'm not on the main computer here, but here it is again. Where it strikes. As you can see, it's kind of misty. It clears. These things are so hot and powerful. They clear the clouds around them. And then as soon as they strike this object, you can see this mud and whatever blows backwards off of it. I'll just do it real slow. It's as slow as I got it. Blows it, boom. And then it clears off this object, which I have seen I've seen this machine or whatever, and it looks like a machine or structure, and it's got the mandible on the front. Then it has the little orb on the side of it. The other bolt's hitting that. But either way, it strikes it where it runs along the ground in front of it. You can see it just hurl up a tsunami of mud or gases. You can see it as it rips through. It's vaporizing. Look, see at the end there? It's hard to see at the end of the trail, but you can see like a huge wall of debris, mud, as it's slicing through Jupiter's atmosphere or a surface or a structure. It's like a thick soup, I guess. And God knows what's possible, what they're doing up there. I have no idea. But as you see it, just as plain as day up there. Hello. Just as you see it from the Juno mission, from the, which we've gotten a lot of stunning, stunning pictures from. Again, large energy weapon on people. Come on. Large energy weapon on Jupiter firing over. And the orb next to it glows brighter. Look at it looks like a little, I've been looking if you look up close to it, you can see it's like a little galaxy spinning around in there. It's just fantastic. Look at it. There's this full brightness. It's like you almost can't look at it and then it'll discharge. Poof, poof, poof. You can see the pulses of light from the orb turn into the energy weapon firing. And look all along around it. There is just strange. We'll get to that later. But I just thought this was a huge anomaly. Something to report on. I would get maybe, wow, people go, wow, look at that. Before NASA would steal the signal or pull it all off the internet. This is crazy stuff. And they can't, what is that? That is not lightning. It pulls straight ahead. It looks like a weapon that's firing. And it blows a bunch of atmosphere or debris off this other structure. Whether it's a hostile intent or it's part of how they terraform. Who knows? But we're here to ask the questions. We're not being told something here. Let it play at normal speed. Boom, 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 boom. Play it over and over again. I've looked at it 1,000 times to try to find any natural explanation. Now, I don't know processes on Jupiter, so it is possible. It's some weird natural process. But this, and they'll say, it just looks like a battleship turret. Listen, come on. Their cities don't look like Chicago, and this doesn't look like a battleship turret because it's maybe biogenic. Think of Giger's stuff, from Alien he drove. Those, they were half machine, half organic, and who knows what kind of technology they're using. But you can see the energy bursts fly out of these things, sail over this way, strike this orb and the structure, and slow it down one more time, folks. There we go. Wamba. And another one strikes again. And the orb on the right kind of glows bright, then goes back down again. And then the large structure on the left looks like an anvil, like maybe it's a big ground mole machine of some kind. But you can see it's dug in over there into an atmosphere. You can see how it's in a strange position. And I'm telling myself it's not the surface. It's got to be the cloud layer, but who knows what to tell you. I say Jupiter has a surface much closer. They're not telling us everything about this thing. Maybe Jupiter is just a giant world. The surface is there, and they're on it. But they also could be working in the clouds. Maybe that's where they harvest energy, gases. God knows Jupiter has enough of them. But look at this as much as you like, guys, and I think it's still available, for you to download on the internet from the Juno mission. But, energy weapon firing on South Pole Jupiter. The South Pole of Jupiter is totally anomalous. All the blue. I think they're using oceans and water down there. Well, Mark, there's no water, there's no oceans on Jupiter. Listen, there were no oceans on Ganymede until a week ago. And there's an ocean on Ganymede. And they tell us Ganymede's a flat, icy, rocky world. There might be some ocean underneath it. Ganymede is not flat and icy and rocky. It's got chasms. It's completely terraformed, geoformed. It's one giant megapolis. See my video, Ganymede, alien megapolis. Because I'm not being crazy or space happy. I mean, people use your eyes, use critical thinking. The age of exploration is here. Use the technology. You don't need fancy telescopes. There's so much out there, images and satellite images that aren't obfuscated, that don't have all the moon moths on them like most of the NASA stuff from Mars and all, and the moon. This is crazy stuff. And then again, they don't want us to freak out if we find this out, right? Half the Earth's going to freak out and we're all going to go kill ourselves or jump in the ocean if we find out that we're not alone. Well, not only we're not alone, it's very crowded out there, and we better know our neighbors here soon. But, Jupiter and the Jupiter system, Ganymede, Callisto, a few other worlds, and the moons, it has many, many moons. So does Saturn, like Hyperion on Saturn. See my report on that. All these moons are being used, along with ours. You'll see the same structures and designs. This Mandeville ship, this thing that has this giant mouth or ant looks like the head of it's like an ant with a giant jaw, mandible. Just incredible. And as this energy goes near the surface or cloud layer, it just vaporizes. You see this large, like a wave, splash up from each side. Look at it on both sides. See it? So you can see there's two bolts. It's not a reflection. Boom. Right here, this area, right where it's passing right now, it's making this huge splash through the mud. What our atmosphere is vaporizing. At the end of the loop, you can see it's vaporized a nice trail straight through the atmosphere. Look at that. And here again, we'll show it firing again. Try to slow it down just a little bit so you see it fires. And then fires. You can see it's burning away atmosphere as it drives through it and then strikes its object. And this is a weather loop of 6 or 8 hours, so it's just a few bolts. Boom. Fires a few times. Highly anomalous. Does not belong there at all. One more zoom on the Juno turret. 40 seconds to full charge, right? Kind of like Return of the Jedi when they brought in the big ship. What are we waiting for? Fire the weapon. And, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not even a weapon, guys. Put your eyes to it. Look at where it's coming out. It's really weird stuff. You can see the details there. It's pretty good resolution. Amazing. Look at these pictures we're getting. This is what we should be seeing from the moon. But we don't see any pictures like this from the moon. And maybe they thought, there's just a bunch of soupy mess here. The NASA thought they wouldn't spot anything. Well, I spotted this. This isn't a reflection or an artifact. This is some kind of device of intelligent design. It's firing two energy beams of some kind. They're flashing. You can see where they burn the little line right through the atmosphere here in Jupiter. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, singed it. And along the ground next to it, where it gets near the target, where it's getting near the surface of the cloud layer, it just vaporizes it, throws it probably hundreds of miles on each side. You see this splash, like as if you were, firing a bullet through mud or something like that. Like you're firing a shotgun through mud. And its targets are just as anomalous. Again, looks like two targets. This little here's where the right beam hits this thing first, the orbit. See it glowing, boom, and then the left beam hits this other structure, clears it off, blam. Now you can see it plain as day. It's kind of misty and fogged here. Then blam, you see it clears everything off of it, blam. And by the last blast, look how all the mud's gone off. Look, it's blown whatever was around this thing. It's blown it back. So here's the cloud layer. It's striking it. Look at it, just push it back, pushes it back, blam. Another one. Blam! And by the third one, blam! By the third one, you can see this huge area of debris flying backwards. Let me just do it right here. Flying backwards. Boom! And it's cleared a path. You can barely see this other machine, structure, whatever it is. A spaceship. I don't know what it is. I think it's a terraforming device of some kind. I've seen this design on Ganymede, digging out dirt, large areas of dirt on Ganymede, and I've seen it on Oberon. Yeah, check those out for me and tell me, those are natural geological processes going on there. Okay, NASA. Bunch of liars. Neil deGrasse Tyson, liar. Dr. Nye, liar. When this truth comes out, all what's really going on, and then they tell us the reason they hid all this is to protect us, our poor little minds that couldn't handle it. they're not going to have any respect. That's why they're fighting. Well, there's no conspiracy to keep this all secret. It's just that whenever a super advanced civilization comes along, the less advanced civilization suffers. It's just the way it is. And these people tell us, like, NASA, our government, the world, that we haven't found anything, we're allowed this. That's bullshit. They've known since Apollo, at least, probably way before that. I put myself into this last year and immersed myself because of something that happened last January, and got me to question everything. And, I was a very progressive guy, accepted science, maybe thought there were aliens out there. I didn't care about UFOs. Maybe thought there were other people, life out there, but it was too far. The distances were great. Space is dangerous to travel in. Yes, all true. But if they're 100,000 or a million years ahead of us, no problem. They're everywhere in this system. There's old installations, new ruins, on almost all the moons, I hate to say. And they want to send a probe to Enceladus. They want to send one to Titan. They want to send one to Ganymede now. Hey, there's an ocean on those worlds. Yeah, I know there's an ocean. They use the oceans to stay under. And it shields them from radiation, meteors, the hazards of space. These moons are hazardous, even with advanced technology. But these guys are busy. Look at the odd shapes and spirals. They manipulate these worlds like Saturn's rings. Saturn's rings are cultivated and kept. They're not natural. They don't stay in order. Even NASA says they're trying to study how this device flies near them and then orders the rings. Well, there's no such thing, and it orders the rings. It orders the rings because it's intelligent, and it's rebuilding the rings for whatever purpose they have for them. Here it is at regular speed again. Regular speed, boom, 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 as the NASA played it on the Weatherloop. The pinky little Juno cannon, and it's not little, but all right, guys. I don't know what else to tell you about this. I put a little loop of it just straight on there. I'm not going to come on with an explanation because nobody's like, I don't see it. I mean, come on. Open your eyes, people. Open your eyes. No comment from NASA. See the orb to the 2 o'clock position. There's something spinning to the 7 o'clock position too, but this orb, you can just see how it glows intensely bright, and then the brightness goes away, boom, and the gun fires, and then the super intense bright. You look close, it's beautiful what's in there. Inside this round orb is like a spinning galaxy. It looks like that. It's probably not, but it's an energy source. It glows. It's a capacitor, large super alien capacitor, builds up energy. Blam! Then this thing discharges. Blam! I can explain. There's also little weird things coming out of the gun, like some kind of jelly or something. I thought that was an artifact from the photo, but it's not. They're flying out of it and they fly all over the screen because evidently this ejects. It's not a cartridge per se, like a mortar cannon or something, but it's just bizarre. But hey, I'm not here to say what kind of energy that is, but look at it. It could just be a beam of particles, and look as when it fires from this turret, it vaporizes everything around it. It is so powerful. Maybe there's 3 beams, and I see 2. It could even be 3 beams, and there it is firing, boom. Boom, the little fleshy turret. Rex, get out of there! You idiot! Anyways, sorry about that, guys. My dog. All right, look at this. God, people. When are you going to wake up? When are you going to get anything from these idiots out there? Yeah. Neil, I'm going to tell you how to look at things because, you sometimes you see things you don't. I see things, yeah. All right, well, what the hell is this? Oh, this is natural Jupiter weather, yeah. Oh, that's lightning. Lightning and straight bolts. It fires in unison from a rotating turret. Gotta have a sense of humor, guys. Blam. Look at it. This clearing. Look at it. Blam. These 2 little energy bolts. I don't think they're projectiles. I think they're energy. And as the energy travels through the atmosphere, it's so powerful. It's so energized. It vaporizes and just blasts anything out of its way. And maybe it's for peace. Maybe it's part of maybe it's not a weapon. It's a terraforming device. But how terrifying if it is. You wouldn't want to be standing in front of that. It looks like it's blowing up something, the size of Manhattan there. Blam, blam. These things are huge, huge. Juno Mission. South Polar Jupiter. I could go on forever. But you guys look it up, analyze it yourselves, and give me your thoughts on it. What is it? What the hell? I mean, this is as strange as that thing on Hyperion parked in the crater. But beautiful. I mean, it's just, it fascinates me. It's disturbing, sure. These things. But let's zoom in again. There's the orb and the cannon. These are firing. Okay. Got my little loop here, my little Apple loop. Just trying to edit. I did not turn up the color. I didn't change the contrast. Nothing. You see it as I have it. Juno cannon. Firing. Huge advanced technological weapon on South Pole Jupiter. on NASA's own Juno Mission, Weatherloop. Weatherloop. There's other really disturbing things in this thing too, like, cyclones in perfect unison here. Now, let's watch these just as a side thing. It looks like there's 3 machines. Actually, let me just give it away, guys. This is going to be in a future one. 3 machines. They're all going together. And they're doing atmospheric processing, something of some kind. That's not natural. Come on. And you can even see these structures. We'll pay attention to that later. But for now, I just want to explain what I saw here. I put this video, I thought, wow, that's people are going to get I don't know. I'm not here to sell T-shirts or to, make money on hits. I'm here to deliver truth and have people open their minds and not believe this stupid shit they're telling us. And because it's a fantastic, extraordinary universe. It's crowded. We got neighbors here in the solar system. There's not going to be anything left for us if we don't get out there soon. They're mining it, doing whatever they're doing, their purposes. One more time slow. First part of the Weatherloop. Firing. Turrets firing. Hitting those 2 objects. Fires again. Hits them again. Fires again. Hits them again. Bam. All right, guys. And SHADO HQ. Signing off. Be seeing you. SHADO HQ.